So hysterically enough, I was doing the Rusty Wallace driving experience here, and I got a message while I was in the car saying, how would you like to drive a late model next year? And I was like, all right. So I looked through it and I'm like, I gotta figure out who this kid is. Called them back, and sure enough, it was one of the crew members from this team that decided that we sat down and then worked several meetings out, and next thing you know, here we are. At first, it was kind of like, it was a struggle. It's a learning experience. There's no doubt about it. The RSC team and myself actually worked together a lot in the off season. I ran a K&N race for them, and we got closer, and then they figured out what I liked and what I didn't like. And over the off months, this is what I kind of needed the car to do. I know it only has an 8-inch tire, and I know I'm used to 15, so I'm probably asking too much of it, but they were able to scrounge some stuff out of it that I didn't think was possible. When we came back for the Sizzler this year, it's just the car's been on every single week.
Here comes Glen Reen, looking for his second career late model victory.
Off the turn, the Alpine Tree Company number 31. Glen Reen has done it, 2 victories.
I knew we'd get a win. I knew for sure we'd get one at least. But all I was focused on is the big game. I wanted a championship. I didn't want to win the battle. I wanted to win the war. So seconds and thirds every single week is fine with me. You don't have to win a race in order to win a championship. The whole team has to click, and every one of us get along, and every one of us have fun, and every one of us are goal-oriented in the same spot. And I think a lot of it had to do with that. We all just get along.
Glen Reen securing more points that could give him the title in 2017. Glen Reen will take down the win.
Carl Edwards and I started in 2009. He's been a great guy. He's been a huge help in my career. We actually met through a mutual friend who I used to live with, Stephen Light, that used to run the Cup Series and Nationwide stuff. But it actually met up at Loudon in 2009. I was running the spring race in the Modified Tour, and Matt Dillner, I was like, hey, I need a spotter. He's like, oh, I got this great guy, Jason Hedleski, spots for Carl. I said, all right, perfect. So one thing led to another. Jason and I met, and then after the race, Jason said, hey, Carl wants to talk to you. He's got a couple things he wants to go over with you. And I was just like, holy cow. So he walks down the pits and chatted with me. He goes, that was a great move. He's like, I thought that was the coolest move I'd seen the whole race. And I'm just like, you're starstruck. And we chatted it up a little bit, and he wound up, giving me his number. He said, call me after every race. So, I'd love to help you out. He's kind of like a driver coach. I was like, okay.
And Glen Reen will be your late model champion for 2017.
I was a lot more stressed about a week ago, and I was talking to him, and he just kept telling me, he's like, dude, you've already done it. You're worried about nothing. He's like, there's 1,001 things that are going to take you out of this championship, and you can't control any of them. So what are you worried about? So just go do exactly what you've done all season. And he's not kidding. The last 2 days, I've been stress-free. I'm the only one on the team that everyone's like, what are we getting? I'm like, it's all right, dude. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. So thankfully, I chatted with him. And it was cool, because right after we won the championship, I pulled into the trailer, and my phone rang, and it was Carl. So it was pretty cool. It means the world. It really does. And I told this to Rob right before I came up here, the car owner. I can't thank you enough, buddy. He gave me a shot. I mean, how many guys are going to hire a modified driver to drive a late model? There's probably not too many of them out there.